Hi, everyone. My name is Josmel Perez. I am the director of the Carolina Latinx Center here at UNC Chapel Hill.
I am Dr. LaRonda Manico Bryant, professor of African American, and Diaspora Studies, and I direct the Sonia Haynes Stone Center for Research in Black Culture and History at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
Hi, everyone. My name is Danielle Geraldo. I'm a citizen of the Lumbee Tribe of North Carolina and Puerto Rican on my dad's side, and I serve as the director of the American Indian Center.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Kevin Kim, Associate Director of the Asian American Center.
I have the opportunity to share a little bit about the Alliance, which was founded in 2021 and brings together four key academic and community engagement centers. These include the Sonia Haynes Stone Center for Black Culture and History, the IAR, the American Indian Center, the Carolina Latinx Center, and the Asian American Center. Our work is guided by four pillars: to disseminate, generate knowledge, inform policy and institutional decisions, create, cultivate, and sustain community, and critically analyze the meaning and application of inclusivity and intersectionality. We hope that you will use this data book and all the rich data that it has into your work as it guides you through these opportunities. We're really excited about this work and look forward to seeing your applications.
We commissioned this data book. We're so very excited in collaboration with Carolina Demography because we knew that there were really critical data points about our communities that weren't being captured in one place. So our vision was not to just compile numbers, but to make sure those numbers could live and breathe in the hands of our communities. Labor market, health indicators, all of these elements gathered here tell a dynamic, a multifaceted story about American Indian, Alaskan Native, Asian and Pacific Islander, Latino, and Black North Carolinians. So while they highlight some disparities, they also, I think, point to strengths, resiliencies, opportunities that might otherwise go unseen. We see this resource, this data book, as a tool for community organizers, for scholars, for researchers, for students, anyone who's committed to understanding and, more importantly, advancing knowledge about the communities across our state. By putting this data in conversation with lived experiences, we want to amplify ongoing work. We want to sharpen advocacy. We want to generate new insights that reflect our community's realities. I would say that our hope doesn't just stop at awareness. As an alliance, we want to see this data taken up, used to inform programming, shape policy, develop research, and drive community-based initiatives. So we'll also be inviting applications for funding to support those of you who are really ready to transform this data into action. So we encourage you to think not just about what the numbers reveal, what they say, but how they might expand your projects, how they might inspire collaborations, or anchor new solutions that move us toward lasting opportunity for every North Carolinian.
We are really excited about this Carolina Demography partnership, and we hope that you are able to use this data book in ways that advance the priorities of your research and the communities that you work with. So North Carolina is home to more than 11 million people. However, access to the data for our communities is limited, or barriers exist in compiling the information to live in one place. This recording, you will hear from our colleagues at Carolina Demography discussing the data book, its potential uses, and the work the team put together to pull the data together. And we look forward to hearing about the projects that you're able to do as a result of having this information.
At the University of North Carolina, we pride ourselves on being a public institution with a public mission. That means our research, our teaching, and our service is deeply connected to the people of our state. That's why we're really excited to launch the Alliance Intersectional Demography Project grants for the 2025 and 2026 academic year. Our goal when we commissioned this data book was to create a resource that wasn't just about compiling numbers, but about empowering all of our stakeholders, students, faculty, staff, and community members. These awards are designed to support UNC faculty who are ready to take this data set and build something with it, something innovative, collaborative, and grounded in impact. We encourage you to think about how this data might expand your current projects, spark new partnerships, or anchor other creative solutions. If you're a faculty member committed to engage research, we want to hear from you. The applications will be on a rolling basis and will open from October till February, with work to be completed by the end of June. The maximum reward will be $2,500, and you'll be required to share your resource with the campus community through an event with the Alliance in the spring of 2026. The grant is open to all fields of study and will prioritize projects that include student participation and engagement. For more details and to apply, please visit www.alliance.unc.edu. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Sahej Singh. I'm an undergraduate student at UNC Chapel Hill and an intern at Carolina Demography. This presentation includes indicators like nativity, socioeconomic factors, and health indicators as a population breakdown of race and ethnicity in North Carolina. Carolina Demography has produced a data profile with a few major graphics of indicators as an overview of the data book, which contains much more information. These products could be used by various organizations, including journalists and researchers, and it can be used in a variety of ways, including retrieving data and charts for grants, writing reports, news articles, and much more. I'm going to start out by talking about the data profile. First off, we have some graphs on population data. We have North Carolina's population in 2024 broken up by race and ethnic group, and the median age broken up by race and ethnic group. The next chart is on nativity, where the dark blue represents US-born individuals, the light blue represents naturalized citizens, and the light gray represents non-citizen residents. We also have the top 2 countries of origin for individuals who were born outside of the US, as well as the tribal affiliations of American Indians in North Carolina. Next up is socioeconomic well-being. On the left, we have educational attainment for individuals 25 years or older. The light purple represents less than high school. The light gray represents a high school graduate. The dark gray represents some college but no degree. Light blue is an associate's degree, and dark blue is a bachelor's degree or higher. On the left, we have median household income, home ownership, and broadband access. Next is labor market and employment. We have labor force participation and employment in 2023, where the light blue represents individuals who are unemployed but still looking for work, and the dark blue represents employed individuals. On the right, we have the most common occupations, top 3 for each race and ethnic group. In health and well-being, we have the percent of insured individuals, the life expectancy, broken up by sex, and infant mortality rate. At the bottom, we have percentages on diabetes and hypertension. At the very bottom of the page, you will see a citation that can be used if you're trying to cite any of this work. So this is an overview of the data profile, and next I'm going to be talking about the data book. This first page is a table of contents. You can see each of the tabs broken up here. The different tabs are population overview, nativity and citizenship, ancestry and language, socioeconomic indicators, employment and industry, and health and well-being. Under each of these tabs, you will see a list of the indicators we have included, and if you click on any of the indicators, it will take you directly to where it is located in the data book. There is also a description of what the indicator entails, the year in which we got the information, notes when applicable, and the table number when applicable. We also have the source for all of these indicators. The first tab we will look at is population overview. The way these pages are set up is that there is a return to table of contents at the top right of the page, graphs, and then an overview of the data. So for population overview, we have a graph of the current population in 2024, a graph of median age, and a graph of sex broken up by race and ethnic group. We have overviews of the percentage of women, percentage of men, median age, racial and ethnic composition in 2023, and the percent Latino by race. The next tab is nativity and citizenship. At the top, we have the graph that was shown on the data profile of US-born, naturalized citizens, and non-citizens in each of the race and ethnic categories. It's important to note that non-citizens are not necessarily undocumented individuals. It includes people who are green card holders, people on long-term student or work visas, asylees, and refugees. Under nativity, we have the percentage of US-born individuals and foreign-born individuals. We have the percent migrated within the last year, the percent of US-born individuals who are born in North Carolina or outside of North Carolina, and for those born outside of North Carolina, the top 5 US states and territories from which they are from. At the bottom, under household and families, we have children with at least one foreign-born parent and mixed status families. The next tab is Ancestry and Language. The graph shows the English-speaking abilities of individuals who are born outside of the US. We have the percentage not speaking English, the percent not speaking English well, the percent speaking English well or very well, and the percent who only speak English. For those born in the US, we have the top 5 most common ancestries, and for those born outside of the US, we have the top 5 most common birth countries. We have the year of immigration for foreign-born populations, and the top 5 most common languages spoken at home. We also have the English-speaking ability, which is reflected in the graph above. Finally, we have the American Indian tribal affiliations inside North Carolina. There are 2 categories, alone or in combination, where in combination represents individuals who self-identify with the tribe, but also self-identify with another racial or ethnic group. Under socioeconomic indicators, we have educational attainment for those 25 years and older. We have the housing cost burdened, which refers to individuals with household incomes of $75K or less who pay 30% or more of their gross household income for housing. The median household income, the percentage of individuals who own homes, and the percentage of high-speed broadband access in households. In the data, we have percent currently enrolled in post-secondary education, median individual income, and median household income. We have educational attainment, which is reflected in the graph above, the poverty status of children, poverty status of adults, and poverty status of elderly, which is broken up relative to the federal poverty line for specificity. We also have housing tenure, housing type, housing cost and housing cost burdened, household structure, including multi-generational households, single-parent households, and the percentage of grandparents caring for grandchildren, as well as high-speed broadband access in the household. The next tab is Employment and Industry. Labor force participation in this data refers to individuals between the ages of 16 and 64 who are actively looking for work. The first graph shows the age breakdowns by race and ethnic group, the overall labor force participation, and the employment status, where the dark blue represents employed individuals, and the light blue represents individuals who are looking for work. Here we have the labor force participation broken up into the main 3 age categories, the labor force participation for individuals 25 to 44, the labor force participation for all individuals 16 to 64, the labor force percent employed, and the labor force percent unemployed but looking for work. This data is from 2018 to 2023, but 2020 is not displayed due to COVID-19 disruptions. Under employment status, we have unemployed men and women in the 3 different age categories, men and women employed for age in the 3 different age categories, and self-employed men and women in the 3 different age categories. Under that, we have the top 5 most common industries for all individuals, the top 5 most common industries for men, and the top 5 most common industries for women. Next is the top 5 most common occupations for all individuals, the top 5 most common occupations for men, and the top 5 most common occupations for women. The final tab is Health and Well-being. We have the percent of insured individuals, the percentage of individuals with diabetes or high blood pressure, the life expectancy of men and women, and the infant mortality rate from 2019 to 2023. The data shows health insurance status, the percent of individuals who have had a checkup in the last year, self-reported health outcomes, the top 3 leading causes of death, the top 3 leading causes of death for men, and the top 3 leading causes of death for women. We also have the top 3 leading causes of death only by cancer, and that is broken up by men and women as well. Below that, we have life expectancy for men and women and the infant mortality rate, a variety of maternal and child health percentages, and the cause of death for all individuals, cause of death for men, and the cause of death for women, broken up by count and by rate for each racial and ethnic group. So this is all the data that we have for the data book and the data profile. This was a collaborative project with the Sonia Haynes Stone Center for Black Culture and History, the American Indian Center, the Carolina Latinx Center, and the Asian American Center, along with us here at Carolina Demography. I hope you found this webinar useful, and thank you so much for your time.